morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hopefully nobody was late today, so I'm gonna pick on you. No. How many of you guys like being late?
Oh, Jay,
I love to stroll in casually a little bit late.
fashionably late.
Well, sometimes it's fun to be late all the way until the last minute. And then when you get there, you're like, oh gosh. But even worse is when you have a meeting to be to and you have a part and you get there and then you can't fulfill it. Because, you know, I was in theater and either it was the curtains had to be opened or the stage props had to be out for the next scene or things had to be changed to get ready for the next thing. So I'm talking about disciplines today, focused on disciplines are more important than, I'm supposed to choose a stronger one, so I'm gonna stay with the disciplines over just living organically. And by living organically, I don't mean your fruits and vegetables. I mean like organic objects in nature, they all have different shapes and different colors and sizes, and living with disciplines has more structure and lines, and it's within the box more. So even if you have a box, living or you can, there's a balance between living organically and living with disciplines in life. And so this past year, I've done a lot of growth in coming from being a spontaneous person into being more structured. So discipline has to do with 3 different things: timing, dependability, and a chain reaction. So I'm going to go into those more, but I'm going to give 2 stories before that. So my grandma told me, she said, you can't have a cleaning business with a dirty car.
Oh.
And I was like, see, my grandma is a clean freak. Everything, her windows are cleaned regularly. Everything is just spotless in her house. And so I took that advice, but I started taking it really strictly within the past, I would say 8 months. I wash my car every week, and I keep it as clean as I can, and I detail it and make it nice so everybody will notice that it's clean. So I'm a clean lady. And then, so yeah, that's what I've learned, is just to be disciplined instead of just sporadic on the cleaning of my car. I'll actually have like a day set out for it. Timing, I'm working on my transitions here. But when you have timing, it's spontaneous or it's planned, and it's either, some people they have a set time to wake up every morning, and then some people just get up depending on their schedule. There's planning, there's spontaneity, and there can also be planning involved in your everyday scheduling, your finances, how you shop. If you shop spontaneously for groceries, or if it's a specific day, or even going on vacation. Planning financially for a vacation in advance takes discipline. If you actually want to accomplish it, you have to have discipline in that area. So this year I learned a lesson in my finances and in vacation, and it kind of involves everything for what I mentioned about scheduling and finances. This year my business kind of went down a little bit because I went to Panama before summer, and I lost some clients, and then it's kind of just been this dip, and it's coming back up with school starting again, and I didn't plan for it completely. And so I was just, pinching by this summer a little bit more, and so I learned that next summer, before that happens, I have to discipline myself starting now and start to save up. So by the time that comes around, if it does the same thing again, I'll be prepared. And I mean, dentists probably experience somewhat of the same thing, maybe. They might have their dips, and different doctors might have, I don't know, some doctors might not have dips, but there's always a flux of things. So what we can do to discipline ourselves is think ahead, project, and in my case, save some extra money in advance. And in proper timing, it affects our dependability. In my case, it's dependability on having finances to live, or dependability to have a full fridge because you planned ahead in it, and dependability in just in everything all around. Like, my dad is a structured one. He has everything planned out in how he everything that he does is pretty planned, but he's spontaneous still, obviously. Everybody's not black and white. But my mom's more like, oh, let's go try this new restaurant, no, let's do this. And everybody has a spontaneous side and a disciplined side, but they fall to one usually in how it kind of rules their everyday life. And I'm more spontaneous, but as we get more disciplined, we can depend on ourselves more. Other people can depend on us. And then that is where we go into our chain reaction, is when our being dependable creates patterns in our children, in our coworkers. We influence people. For example, my dad was late once in 23 years at a mill job. It's incredible. I mean, they timed themselves in, and he was late once in 23 years, which is outstanding. And they got on and they're like, why are you late? Like, this is not you. Because he had created this dependability in his timing, and it creates a chain reaction. People realize that you're on time. So just reinforcing good habits to get to bed on time, to have disciplines the night before, and such. So in conclusion, look inside yourself. What can I do? And look around you, and it's not only just looking in on yourself, like introspective, but it's looking out and getting a balance in between both is important. So what will you do to live with more disciplines? Because getting on time to this meeting is maybe a little bit of a challenge, but I've learned what time do I have to leave the house, because I have to get my cleaning business ready before I leave for my whole day. So I have all these different things I have to do. So just remember, timing affects your dependability, which then causes a chain reaction. And it's very huge. So what disciplines will you add into your life?